Hi, this is 365801 and this is a Kodansha NetGalley reading vlog. Yeah, I know, it's been a while. It's been a while because I haven't actually come across a load of Kodansha volume 1s up on NetGalley for a while. To be able to do a vlog, and it's not going to be a fancy vlog. I'm just going to do this hopefully over the course of maybe a day, maybe two, just see how I can get on. I have Tsugumi Project 1. What else have we got? The Yakuza's Bias, I'm really interested in that one. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun, that's also volume 1, and that's Love, that's an understatement. Small Nozomi and Big Yume, and How to Grill Our Love. So there's 6 volumes. I've just got them and I've put them on my Kindle Fire. It's not my ideal because I do enjoy reading on my iPad just because it's much larger, but this is much bigger than my phone. So it's like 6.5 a dozen. I actually do like this because it is quite light, it's easy to carry around. So I'm going to be reading on the Fire. I have read the last couple of times using it and it was quite easy to just transfer over. So happy days, happy days. I'm going to read this. I'm also going to have some good food. So I'm going to have food and a manga with each one. So I'm going to read one of these and then tomorrow morning we'll have something to eat and I'll tell you all about it. That's how we're going to do this. Every time I give you my review, I will be eating something. I told you, this is a food and manga channel. Hopefully these will be good ones. It's been a while since I read things that were not BL or male romance. And I don't read a lot of manga that isn't BL. So it's nice to get these Kodansha titles every once in a while. Hopefully we'll find something good. I'll let you know when I've read the first one. Good morning. I have a cup of coffee and a croissant, and I was going to go to the shops, but I'm not too sure if there's much point because I think it's the coronation day. I think it might actually be happening right now. I do not care. I'm not a royalist. I'm not a monarchist. I do not agree with it. So yeah, not interested. That's my political stance. I've started this one. It is, if I take it to the start, this one is called How to Grill Our Love by Shiori Hanatsuka. And so far it's really interesting, it's really good. I did start it last night, but then I was really tired, so I need to finish this one. So yeah, I was gonna do that, but I think I might might not. I don't think anything will be open. I don't know, because I'm in Scotland, and Scotland are kind of half and half. They don't care and they do, so yeah. I don't know if there's much point in me leaving and going to the shops if they're not open. In fact, they might not be open on Monday either. How annoying. What an inconvenience. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to continue reading this then. So, manga number 1 down, that is How to Grill Our Love by Shiori Hanatsuka. This is an odd one, but it's also kind of just sweet and cute. Basically, it's 2 things. It's mainly one thing. It's basically a manga about barbecuing, grilling, and cooking food. It's a bit like What Did You Eat Yesterday? Because there is recipes and it is about meal. They're not stories, it's more like the meal. The type of food, the type of meat or vegetables or whatever that's being cooked or grilled or whatever. And it follows these 2 people who ended up going on like a date through an app, and they kind of were a bit honest about their experiences and decided to keep on meeting up and going to like yakiniku places. And that's what he really enjoys, is Kenta and Chihiro. And unfortunately he gets a transfer, like a promotion transfer to Hamamatsu, which is a little bit outside of Tokyo. You need to get on, like if you're going fast, you can get on the Shinkansen. And so he kind of goes through a wee bit, and then she comes to talk to him and finds out what's happened, and he's like, yeah, they were just starting to like get to know each other and starting to like hanging out and enjoying each other's company, but not very long, and then she proposes marriage, so they get married. But it's a long distance marriage at this stage anyway, and they also still don't know each other, so it kind of feels like an arranged marriage type thing, because they really do not know each other. So they have this weird dynamic that you're married to someone, but you haven't, I don't know if they've even kissed, you know? But, you know, marriage isn't all about sex. And that's why it's quite interesting, that sort of dance, the back and forth of what's the appropriate distance to have with this person who you know, but you don't really know yet, and you're getting to know, but also you were married, husband and wife. So, yeah, I didn't hate it, but it was okay. There was a moment when he introduced Chihiro as his wife, and she went, yes, I'm the wife. It was just a cute moment. So yeah, but it's mostly food. This is a food manga. It's 100% food manga. It's about meat, and barbecuing stuff. That's what it is. That's pretty much what it is. So if you enjoy food mangas, How to Grill Our Love, and you're like okay about the burgeoning romance, so it's like a mini romance story on the side, which is why I say it's a bit like What Did You Eat Yesterday, because it does have the recipes, it does have the food. Each chapter is about a type of cooking. So yeah, anyway, that was interesting. I don't know what I'm going to read next. I don't know what I'm going to eat next. The sun has come out, so I kind of want to go for a walk or something and get some fresh air. But I'm also still a little bit peckish. That croissant was not enough. I need something else. So another manga done, another meal. This is a Mexican bean and cream cheese wrap with a cup of tea because it's got cold. It was sunny for about 5 minutes and then the rain came back on because it was rainy this morning, and the temperature just dropped, boom, and I'm actually like, why don't I just go back to bed, or have a nice bath. Maybe I'll have a nice bath and read the next one in the bath. I don't know, maybe. I'm not feeling it. What I am also not feeling is Small Nozomi and Big Yume by So Hamayumiba. This is definitely not my kind of thing. It's very fan servicey in the design of the characters. You know, like, oh, let's have a cute Japanese high school girl, and it's basically like the borrowers. So there's been 2 characters who are about 10 to 12 centimeters in size, and even the character design of the shut-in, which is Yume, the character of Yume, it is, you know, very fan servicey. It's just not my kind of thing. So basically this person has woken up and discovered that she knows what her name is and she knows how old she is, but she's a tiny little creature. She's just small, and she doesn't have any memories from before she woke up. So in her mind, she doesn't really know what's going on. And she ends up cohabiting in this room with a NEET, someone who's a shut-in and who is not very good at looking after themselves, a 22-year-old who has quit her job. So we don't know what happened to Yume to make her the way she is. We don't know what happened to Nozomi to make her the way she is, but we know that the 2 of them are kind of cohabiting together. This, not that they were aware of each other until Yume discovered her. And that's the basic story of it so far. It's the borrowers, but make it moe. And I'm like, no. Hard pass. So this is not my kind of thing. I didn't find it cute. I didn't find it fun. It's the borrowers. I never really was a fan of the borrowers. And it's the borrowers but make it moe and fan servicey. Like certain shots like this. It's fan service. Even some of the... no, it's just not... The way she's standing like that, you know, it's just little things like that. I'm like, nah, no. It feels manufactured. It doesn't feel like a story that has any heart. Sorry if this is your kind of thing, but it's not mine. So yeah, it's fine for what it is, but I was bored and I yawned a lot. Like a lot. I yawned about 6 times reading this. And I was just like, just get through it so that it's done. And that's not a great feeling for a manga. So, yeah. Anyway, the next one, what's the next one that I've got? So I've read these 2. Oh, this one is one that I actually think might be quite fun. It looks very shoujo romance. Love, that's an understatement. Ooh, by Fujimomo. But I won't be reading it straight away. I'm going to have something to eat first. And then probably have a little bit of a break. And then I'll check in with you when I've read this one and see what else I'm eating. And I might go and have a bath because my body is cold. I mean, I could just put the heating on. But I have lots of hot water. I need to do my dishes anyway. Maybe that'll make me feel warmer. Oh my god, it just got so cold. So yeah, I need my hot tea. And yeah, I'll check in with you later. So for dinner, I'm having something, hopefully it is tasty. It's mushroom and spinach, garlic mushroom and spinach pasta. So I haven't made this before. I just had a wee look to see what I had in my fridge to see if there was something tasty. And so I'm going to try and see if this is a recipe I might want to repeat. I also did something that I haven't done in a while. I made some chai tea. It's from a vegan tub, but most of the stuff was like solid inside, so I just have got a huge big batch of it made and I'm going to put it in the fridge. So I'm going to be drinking iced chai for a few days. But hopefully this will be tasty. I'll let you know when I finish the manga as well. So I've finished Love, That's an Understatement, Volume 1 by Fujimomo, and this is definitely my favourite so far, 100%. It's a super cute story, super cute, high school, about a self-reliant, self-sufficient young lady who ends up helping a delinquent from another school, and he decides that he would like to pay her back, but because she's so self-sufficient and self-reliant, she's like, no thanks, kekko desu. I'm good, you're fine. And that's even more intriguing for him, and so yeah, they end up getting along a little bit more and spending time, and she's slowly learning to maybe rely on other people, and he is getting to spend some time with her, and he just thinks she's great, and it's just wonderful, and I laughed out loud on several occasions. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this one. It was a really, really good one. It's super cute. I didn't think I was gonna like, you know, high school romance, but Risa, she is so relatable. She is the very definition of a brownie, and this is gonna sound really weird, but unless you're British, you don't know what the brownies, like, you know the Girl Guides? Well, before you're in a Girl Guide group, you can be in the Rainbows. The Rainbows is like age 5 to 7, and the brownies is age 7 to 9, and then around age 9-10 you go into the Girl Guides. When I was a kid, I joined when I was 7. We didn't have any rainbow groups, so the first thing I could join was the brownies. And I've probably mentioned this before, but I didn't leave the brownies at all. I never left. I was there until I was like 11 or 12 and they were like, you're going to go up to the big school now. It's time for you to leave. You have to go. And I didn't want to. I loved it. It was great. It was so full of lore and pixies and fairies and doing good deeds. And the motto of the brownies is, be prepared. And she is the very definition of, like, the embodiment of be prepared. She has everything you could possibly need in her bag, and that's how when she comes across Zen and he's beat up and he is injured, she has everything that he could possibly need to get better, and she holds his hand and gives him information for the hospital, and so he's like, thanks. That was great. And they end up getting to know each other. And he's a bad boy. Bad boys. They make you feel so good. I loved it. He's got a motorbike. He's got a wee gang. There's like, it's like, what did they make the reference to? Crows. It's like there's a high school that's full of the bad boys, the gangs and things. And she's just like trying to keep going, and you know there's a reason why she is the way she is, and I was waiting for it, and then I found out, oh okay, so yeah, and she doesn't want to be the way she is. She knows that she's not very good at making friends and being with people, so, but I laughed out loud. There was, what was it she said? It was like a little throwaway line. There's a couple of moments I literally was cackling. It was great. She said something and he said he was correcting her, and but they were crouching down behind a wall, so she said, I squat corrected instead of I stand corrected. But there was a whole boyfriend material thing that was really cute. It was just cute, it was just sweet, it was just lovely. This is definitely one shoujo romance I 100% recommend. I'm giving this 5 stars. 5 stars. 10s across the board. This is super cute. Fujimomo. I wanna read more. And that's usually a good sign. The other 2 that I've read so far, I could take or leave. Especially the second one, definitely. This one is a 5 star, definitely. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I'm kind of like, oh, that was great. I wanna read the next one of that one. Is it Welcome to Demon School? We're gonna do Welcome to Demon School, I guess, is the next one. We'll see how that is. I've still got some more of my iced chai, and I got these from the co-op for 46p. I only have one left. It's a Matchmaker's Zingy Orange cookie. So that's what I'm going to eat while I read Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. So this is what I'm going to have. I told you, it's a food and manga channel. It's a food and manga channel. It's nice. It's definitely nice. So yeah. Orangey. And there's a Grand Prix this weekend, so because it's in Miami, it's going to be on later on. So we're in the UK, so we're going to wait till, it's going to be a late night. Hopefully it'll be interesting. I think it'll be on soon. So I'll just stay and have a wee read of this. So it's a bit later now. It's 10:30. So I have now finished Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun by Osamu Nishi. And this was a lot of fun. This was really good. So we're introduced to Iruma, who has unfortunately lived quite a difficult life so far. And has, even more unfortunately, been sold to a demon by his parents. His soul has been sold for lots of money. And so that demon has now decided to adopt him as his beloved grandson. And so he's carted off to demon school to learn all about being a demon. And because of his unfortunate upbringing, I was like, as soon as I saw what kind of things he'd had to go through living with his awful parents, I was like, oh, so this is training then. This is training. And every single terrible thing that happened to him will be useful in one scrape or another when he gets to demon school. Exactly that. So yeah, it's been really entertaining so far. I've really enjoyed it. It's been laugh out loud as well, and it is very episodic, and each one builds on the last. So you get introduced to a new character, that character then keeps coming back, and it just builds and builds and builds. So by the end of the book, he's in a really fun position, possibly becoming Demon King. It's just really good. It's interesting character designs. I really liked all of the demons. I liked all of the scrapes that he gets into, and I liked the friends that he makes along the way, and what he does in each of those different situations, and how being human, which he can't let any of the other demons find out about, is sometimes a hindrance and sometimes a help. So this was a really good first volume. I would be interested and intrigued to read a bit more. I liked this little story at the beginning as well, about how demons can be surprisingly adorable. But yeah, it was a really good one. I enjoyed it a lot, and I would recommend it. It was fun. It was probably for a slightly younger audience. I would definitely say that this is like, obviously this is Kodansha, but it is that sort of like Shonen Jump age 12 and up age kind of level. But I had a great time reading it. I had a lot of fun, and like I said, laugh out loud moments. So yeah, this was a really good one. I don't know which one to go with next. So yeah, well, I guess the next one is the Yakuza's Bias. I don't know where my other one went to. So yeah, the Yakuza's Bias will be the next one. But because it is so late, I'm assuming that I will be talking to you about this in the morning. This is the one that I was originally the most excited about. I just love the idea of, yeah, it's a Yakuza who looks like he has some sort of like K-pop idol that he wants to be a fan of. And I just think that's a funny one. So it's an interesting concept. We'll see if it lives up to the previous two. So far, the last two ones have been the best. So yeah, we'll see. See you in the morning. Once I've read this. So I've got a lovely. I need to mix it, but I'm gonna have some iced chai latte, and I've got scrambled egg and toast. I'm gonna butter them up. I might not eat all of the slices. But or I might put jam on some. And I have finished The Yakuza's Bias by Teki Yatsuda. This is a gag manga, so it is comedy, and it's kind of likening the ethics and morals of the Yakuza, sort of almost Bushido, you know, like that kind of, there is a way and you follow the way, to being a K-pop stan. And it's pretty much just the story of a Yakuza second in command being introduced to K-pop and a specific band or boy group by his young charge, and the two of them, she's great, she's brilliant, she's just like, let me show you the way. And then all the people around who also end up getting sucked into the K-pop fan studies, basically. It's how far has K-pop gone, and it's kind of showing that even Yakuza could enjoy K-pop. So yeah, it was good. I laughed a lot. It was funny. I enjoyed it. The art style is not to my taste, and it was a little bit difficult to see things. I think it would be better on a bigger screen. I think the quality, depending on the size of your screen, might be a bit more difficult to see. So zooming in is good. But I did enjoy it. It was good. I liked I liked how much the connections between real life and the Yakuza life and the K-pop stan life, all of those three things kind of converge. So yeah, it was a bit like looking at K-pop as a fan studies thing. So yeah, this was good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't something I think I would usually pick up, although it was the one that kind of stood out in terms of the interest. but I did enjoy it. So yeah, I do recommend it. It was a good one. It was a good one. So let's see what else we have to read. I think it's just one more. Tsugumi Project. I don't know what this is about. So this is the one I'm going to be reading next. I will find something else to eat and then I will check in with you when I've read it. This will be the final one. I also need to make a photograph for the thumbnail, and also some mail came, so we might open that a bit later as well. But yeah, but first things first, I'm eating my scrambled egg. It looks good, right? It looks good. So some of my flowers have started to wilt quite a lot, but I ended up picking up this lovely bouquet for cheap. So I'm gonna get this all set up. I also really am loving my chai lattes, iced chai lattes just now. I'm so glad that I'm, instead of just chucking it in the bin, I actually made it up and made it into something nice and tasty. So I'm just gonna get these all set up. So I'm quite happy with this one. It looks like a lovely bunch. Lots of different colours, very spring-like, so I'm happy about that. While we're here, may as well open some packages. So these are the packages I have so far this month. So yeah, I will not be having a no by May. This is the latest one that I picked up. I could just open a wee one, but this one just arrived, and I think I know what's in it, and I'm kind of excited. So why don't we open this one up? Are you saying hi? Meow. Oh, what you after? Some chicken? Oh, I'm gonna have to wash my hands. I think I'm allergic. Oh no, that's a no chance. Not doing the belly. Maybe under the chin, not the belly. That's a danger zone. Danger zone. Billy bit chicken? You happy to see me? Meow. Meow. Oh yeah, so cute. So cute. Okay, so we had to break for some cat feeding. So yeah, I think I know what this is. Hopefully. And kind of surprised to get something like this for the price that I got it. But I can't remember how much it was, but it was kind of cheap. So let's see what we got. Ooh. That's nice. Someone has wrapped it up in tissue paper. But let's just see if I can push it open. So there's two things here. First one is Love is an Illusion, Volume 1. I have read this 1,000,001 times, and I have it all on Lesson, so it wasn't a massive priority to get it ASAP, but it was like obviously something I was going to get at some point, so I'm very happy about having it. And I managed to pick it up on a second-hand seller store online, an app that I've been quite happy to get things from, and it looked like it was in really good condition, and the seller was selling it for a really good price. So I think I got it for about £4 or £5, so roughly around £5, something like that. So yeah, Love is an Illusion. Woo-hoo. So very happy about this, because I say this all the time, it's not for everyone. Omegaverse isn't for everyone, and this particular Omegaverse isn't for everyone, but that's fine. And even everything that Fargo does isn't for everyone, because when she did Love is an Illusion, the Queen, I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. And then she's doing some extras just now that she's putting on Lesson that have been a while. So these illustrations are newer versions, so they're from her latest style, and her art style, you can see, has changed massively. So this character here doesn't necessarily look like that character, and forget. He doesn't necessarily look like this character either, because her art style massively changed, because she's been doing this for such a long time, and she has her other series that she did before this, that I read ages ago as well. And so yeah, her art style's a little bit different. Her storytelling isn't for everyone. The Amigaverse isn't for everyone. But for me, this helped me massively get through awful work. So yeah, having this updated every week was just like a lifesaver. So yeah, saved my life. You saved my life. Anyway, let's see what the other thing is, which I've not read. So here's the blue, and we'll just take this off. It is another 7 Seas, and it's Entangled with You, The Garden of 100 Grasses by Aki Aoi. So yeah, once again, this will be about £4 or £5, something like that. And it's in amazing, fantastic condition. I'm so pleased to be able to pick this up, because I have been, last year I picked up hardly any 7 Seas. And so this one, December 2022. So that's a fairly new one, and I don't know anything about it, and hardly anyone actually posts about it. This one is September 2022. So it's a little bit different in terms of how they're presenting it, because this is manhwa or a webcomic, and this is manga. So I'm excited and interested in this. I think this is gorgeous. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to read this, just because not a lot of people have talked about it, but for me, anything that's like a supernatural, that's got folklore aspects, things like that, are gonna float my boat. So I'm very excited about this one, to add it to my pile. So yeah, pretty darn good, eh? So I managed to pick both of these up. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was pretty good. It was like around £10 or something for both of them, so it's like £5 of volume, which is amazing. I keep being like, oh, I need to get these things, and then I find them for good prices, and then if I pick something up for a higher price, then like 2 weeks later I see it for cheap. That's just how it's just how it is. It's just how it is. So yeah, these are the two. I'm gonna finish reading this final volume. What was it? Tsugumi? I will let you know. And I got a little extra something when I was at the shops. In fact, I got some goodies at the shops. So we'll see what's the next goodie that I eat. I have a choice, I have a selection. So we'll see what the next food is. So I've finished this one. This is the Tsugumi project. This was a really interesting one, actually. If I go to this back page here, we can see all of the information. This is by Ipatu, who was good enough to do like an interview at the end and character guide, and discuss their process as to how they became mangaka and what they were doing. This is my snack for just now. Flips, peanut butter. I do enjoy these because they're so tasty. I love a little pretzel with a bit of peanut butter, but I'll eat that in a second. Yeah, so this is a really interesting one. It's about like a post-apocalyptic Japan. There's no cover art, unfortunately, for this one. It just goes kind of straight into it. But the look at the detail on this lovely color image. It's just lovely. I'm happy that I was able to get this. It actually looks looks different on the screen as it is in person, just the colors, but really, really nice. Look at that. And it's about, yeah, post-apocalyptic Japan. Japan has been sort of uninhabited by humans for 260 years, and this man, Leon, is being dropped into Tokyo old in this sort of post-apocalyptic, that was hard for me to say. It's like 260 years. No one knows what's there. They think that there's a weapon, and France has collected all of these men here and is dropping them in. And if they're all like criminals, and so if they manage to spend a year and find the information that the French government wants, they will pick them up and they can be pardoned. And so the main character is Leon, who we find out, we know that he has skills even throughout this. We don't know terribly much about him because it's just him trying to be undergoing his survival and trying to find out more information about the area that he's in and the mission and stuff. But he is a former soldier. He did not commit the crime and he just wants to get home to his wife and his child, unborn child at this point. But then he ends up, the plane crashes and he thinks he might be the only survivor, only he's got to then survive in this hospitable situation where there's these weird creatures, and then there's this girl who's got like half bird legs called Tsugumi, and this big beast called Tora, and he's been having to learn Japanese in a way to help him maybe possibly understand his surroundings and his environment. So yeah, the first volume is just him kind of having been put into the situation and then having to try and survive for a bit, and you know that he is on his way to try and find the information that the French government think is in like the archives, so he needs to find that place within the Tokyo area. It's just another, you know, post-apocalyptic setting in Japan. They do very well, but the artwork is stunning. The artwork is absolutely amazing. If we just pick a random page. The thing with it is, I don't think it does its justice as an ebook. I think this would be better served as an actual manga, especially with these double spread pages. Double spread pages with this amount of detail. It's almost like an etch. If you've ever done any etching, I did a bit, and you've got to really work at it to get that level of depth and detail, and this just looks like an etch that's been worked and worked and worked, and the double page spreads like this with the amazing detail that you've got and great big sweeping landscapes are just so amazing to look at, like this one. It's a double page spread, and so it would look better as a physical manga. I think it would work like an art piece, and that's what he talks about in his interview at the end, like how much work he's put into working on his craft and bringing up his own style, and yeah, it seems interesting. I mean, I'm intrigued. I'd like to know more. So in the intriguing level, it's high score, but in terms of what I would usually read, it's not. But I think it's, you know, like The Walking Dead, you know, I Am Legend. It's that kind of feel to it. Yeah, anything with that sort of post-apocalyptic, I've got to get from A to B. Yeah, there's a lot of that, and there has been a lot of that in media over the last few years. So if that's your bag, then this is your bag. So what have I read so far? 6 things. So the Yakuza's Bias, which I enjoyed. It was good. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. That was fun and entertaining. I really enjoyed that. Love, that's not an understatement. Probably my top one. And then Small Nozomi, Big Yume. Did not care for it. Not my kind of bag. And How to Grill Our Love. Perfectly serviceable food manga. Definitely food manga. And then the Tsugumi Project, which I think is a great starter volume for what could be a sort of artistic sci-fi story. So yeah, that's all the things I read. I should probably eat one of these now, shouldn't I? It's peanut butter. It's a pretzel. Gonna love it. So I'll probably have some more of my chai, iced chai. So I do need to make a photo for it. So I'll probably use the flowers and maybe some pretzels, something like that. But I don't know which one to use. I think How to Grill Our Love is probably quite popular. But my favourite was Love, That's an Understatement. But the Yakuza Bias is a great great cover art. So I don't know which one I'll use. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks to Kodansha, NetGalley. I will have to write up my reviews. Yeah, this is kind of a boring, dull vlog. I didn't really do very much, but I read some interesting manga. So 6 titles that I think you might want to check out. Hopefully you find this interesting and entertaining. Thanks for watching to the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!